it just went live, but go ahead. Cool. And Joey, what's Joey going to say? Okay. Hi, guys. Hi. Oh, no. Mute. Okay, live chat. Hello. Hi. I forgot to put makeup on. Look, I rubbed it off of this eye again. It's terrible. Okay. Hi, I'm here. Here's that. I made it. Barely tonight, but I made it. How are you tonight? Hopefully everyone is good. What you drinking? Okay, so this, I know it looks like a really fancy drink, doesn't it? First of all, I love this glass. I got it at Goodwill, and if I could show you the bottom, it's got a Goodwill sticker on there. I bought it for 99 cents, but look at, I love it, and it's balance-wise, it's really, I like it a lot, and it looks like I'm drinking some cool fancy drink. So, want to know what it is? It's Tang. I like Tang. No alcohol needed for this squirrel brain. Terrible. Okay. So hello. I made it. That's gonna drive me absolutely batty. No makeup. Maybe I should just rub it off of this one. All right, let me just rub it off because I don't have time to go downstairs and put it on. It still looks like that. Maybe it's the light. All right, I give up. I know, we found Tang at BJ's, this big huge thing of Tang, and we always run out of drinks in the house first because like everybody drinks a lot. And so I was like, oh my god, this huge thing of Tang. I'm like, let's get that, and then when we run out of stuff, we can totally just, you know, make a thing of Tang. So when I need to. Isn't that funny? I just drank some lavender tea. I'm feeling mellow. Perfect. See? Such an astronaut, right? Tang. Yes. Real life. I know. I'm such a wild woman. All right. That's better. Maybe. It's driving me crazy. Okay. I thought that, I know I haven't seen Tang in a long time, but it was at BJ's. This big, huge thing of it was at BJ's. And I thought, oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that in a long time. So I am not really been quarantine drinking, but tonight I've had vodka and popcorn. Woohoo for dinner. Yay. That sounds like I was going to say good dinner, but not really. It sounds like, and try to chill out. Oh, there's the wrong person. Oh, not MA. MA. I see. So, Tab. Oh, yeah, I remember Tab. Oh, I forgot to do this again. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. No, and do not disturb. I meant to do it, and then I didn't. Okay, that's done. All right, here we go. So it has been quite a day. What was I doing this morning? Oh, I'm trying to get together a guide for all of the initiation videos. So you can have the video and the notes and the homework, and then the video notes and homework and all that kind of stuff. And I got confused because in the third round, I like find some of the homeworks, but it seems like there's a video in between that doesn't have homeworks, but I swear I had homework. So I worked on that for a while, and then I decided to forget it, finish Tarot Tuesday stuff, and then go back to it. So I will be having, I think the initiation video, I'm going to postpone until today's Tuesday, right? So I'm going to postpone until Thursday. Tomorrow I'm going to do a Beltane video since it's only a couple days till Beltane. And then Thursday I'm going to do an initiation video. I know I was going to be on last night with an initiation video. I had a horrible bout of IBS. And it felt just awful. If any of you have that or know what that is or anything, it's just these awful bowel spasms and they're terrible. Horrible signal. That's okay, Shauna. Hi, Dana. Oh, and then she's there. So on and off, right, Dana? I saw the little coyote video. I can't remember if I messaged you back or not, but yeah, no fun at all. So I didn't even like chat with my admins or anything. It was just one of those days that I kind of just wanted to die. So I could not do a video last night. It just was not gonna be able to happen. I know it's Beltane snuck up on me too. I have to say, because our weather has sucked so bad. I was saying to Peter today, it actually wasn't horrible outside. It was like 52 or 53 out today. So I went outside for a couple minutes and enjoyed a little bit, but it's funny. All our trees are still like totally bare. There's a little bit of bud, but there's like no leaves at all on any of our trees. They're Beltane like supposed to be the beginning of summer, really. And there's like nothing. So I read the Beltane chapter in Dedicant. Good. Cool. And I will have a bunch of suggestions for Beltane tomorrow. I've got my Beltane books. I'm going to do a Beltane video tomorrow. And I'll have a bunch of suggestions about that tomorrow. I'm going to pull out I started pulling some of my fairy decks. We'll talk a little bit about the Fae and show fairy decks tomorrow. Decks that seem like Beltane decks. So, and then talk about Beltane. What else? The initiation stuff. I don't know if we are really ready for initiation. I know we were going to do a Beltane initiation, but I'll be honest with you, the COVID thing kind of backed us up. I know it backed me up. I'm behind on everything. So you have ant bites on your boob. Oh, that's terrible. That's not good, Dana. Ow, that would be very painful. I feel like I have so much more studying and inner work to do. I'm glad to hear you say that because I feel like I have some more to teach before we do the initiation part. So I think I'm not going to say for sure when. I would think that hopefully if things go well, we could do it for I don't want that until let's just do the initiation videos and get through what we can, and then we'll kind of evaluate where we are. Does that sound good? Hopefully. And it's not that I don't want to initiate you guys. I just want to know that I got through the classes as much as I could. Which would be good because I don't want to say this. I'm making up my my guide as I go, and I will be using this guide when I teach future classes. So great. Absolutely. And those videos are made so you can catch up anytime you want. So that's good. Okay. On top of that, my nephew came today. I haven't seen him in over a year and brought his pregnant girlfriend. So that was very nice, even though my aunt kind of drove me nuts during the whole thing, but that's a whole nother story. Ravenheart, hi Bob, how are you? Because I have a class at 9 a.m. and it's like 12:30. You did your first shaker jar spell. Oh, yay. Good. That's cool. couch. Works for me. COVID messed things up, but yes, good. Good. Okay, I'm tired. Ugh, I hear you. I also heard from my coworker today or yesterday. I can't remember now. And I'm slightly annoyed because the reason that I left work 2 weeks early was because the following day, they were sending everyone to the hospital because they had called in the, essential people or whatever. Yeah, they never went to the hospital. Never went to the hospital. They've been working in the basement like I had been working in the basement ever since. They have not been to the hospital one day since I left. And I'm like, and now they're talking about furlough, which means I could have gotten unemployment. But anyways, so I'm like kind of super annoyed about that. But whatever. All right. Let's get this thing going. We are doing 5 of Cups. Need to quit whining about why did you move my things. Because everybody is kind of feeling this awful, I don't know, thing. Oh, come on. Trying to get my Wi-Fi to do the right thing here. Come on, there we go. At some point or another during this COVID thing, we've all kind of felt this way. So this is a good card to do, to understand for this time period right now, is kind of a 5 of Cups kind of situation. Are you doing a Beltane live? Yes, I will be doing a Beltane live. I got to talk to my little Hexen because I know he wants to help me with the ritual. And it kind of snuck up on me too. I don't know if I'll be doing it Friday. It depends on when everybody has off and when everybody can do it. I was thinking maybe this weekend instead of doing it specifically Thursday night or Friday. We'll do it this weekend. Okay, so let's start. Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. We are doing the 5 of Cups today. The element is, you didn't miss anything. We're just starting, no problem. It is water for Cups here. The astrological association is Mars in Scorpio. The key meanings are loss, leaving, and sorrow. Here we go. My nose is starting already. I might have to go down and get my essential oils if I didn't leave them up here, which I did not. Why didn't I do that? That was stupid. Okay. A figure shrouded in black for mourning contemplates 3 overturned cups. These are the 3 standing cups from the 4 of Cups, the previous card, which have been cast to the ground, spilling blood or wine and water. What book is it that you read the Persephone story from last Beltane? I'll have to look at it. Because I'm not sure. That was a whole year ago. I'm not sure what book I read from. It might be, I'll look at it though. I'll try to remember to look at it. A small dwelling is set above a river which flows under a bridge with 2 arches. This may be a home that he has left behind, a symbol of past happiness and security he is now separated from by water, evoking the mythical Styx that divided the world of the living from the other world of the dead. The river also suggests the saying, a river of tears, in keeping with the sorrowful feel of the card. The mourner is in unfamiliar territory, a place of sadness, away from comfort and emotional security, at least for the time being. Howdy all. Hi, Pat. Oh, shoot, Pat. I forgot that you're working again now. I could have brought it back to 8:30. Shit. I'm sorry. I totally forgot that. I can do next week at 8:30. Sorry. The The mourner is powerless in his loss, which may or may not be cruel, yet he doesn't appear to notice there are 2 vessels behind him still standing. 3 cups are overturned, but there are 2 that he can grasp. All he needs to do is turn around to see them. So that's, again, I'll say it again. The first thing I always say when this card comes up is turn around. There's 2 cups behind you. You're focused on this sadness of looking at what you've lost, but you do have some things to be grateful for. You do have some things that can help you. You do have some things that that will help you get through this if you turn around and look at the other side of things. So it's a glass half full. You want to try to look at things from a different perspective, an optimistic perspective. While he cannot change past events, it is up to him to make the best of what remains. Astrologically, this card is linked with Mars and Scorpio, bringing warlike qualities to the passionate sign of Scorpio, also linked with death and the past. The mourner is engrossed with the spilled cups, and it's worth noting that in the original Rider-Waite deck of 1910, his face was strangely red, the same color as the spilled wine or blood. While this may be just the artist using the same blood red for consistency, the blush indicates shame and embarrassment about past actions or humiliation caused by a person or situation. Okay, hold on. I just realized that I'm like leaning way over here, and I need to not do that for my back. That's why I wear this chair. That's why I wear this chair. That's why I sit in this chair, so I can sit up straight. The number 5 in the Tarot's minor arcana usually indicates imbalance and upset, right? Because the 5s are not really a good card to pull usually. Do you recommend the original Rider-Waite deck for beginners? Here's the thing, yes. I recommend a Rider-Waite based deck. I will tell you that if you can tolerate it and you can find a Rider-Waite version that is aesthetically pleasing to you, then yes, I would recommend it, because all of the symbolism is there that is not always there in every other deck. But I know when I first started out, there was no way I was going to deal with a Rider-Waite deck, because it's like you don't understand the symbolism yet. And it's like, it's like too boring. It's too aesthetically. I did not like the Rider-Waite deck at all. But if you can deal with it and you don't mind pulling these cards all the time, then yes, I would recommend it, because the symbolism is incredible. I know it took me probably 4 years of reading tarot before I really wanted to pick up a Rider-Waite deck. I didn't have the appreciation for Rider-Waite until I could already read. So it's up to you. If you can do it, absolutely. But it's not an easy deck to be attracted to. If you're attracted to the arcane nature, that's awesome then. Absolutely. It's just like, I know it's just not I will tell you, aesthetically, Ellen Dugan's Witches Tarot, that's the deck that I learned on the most. That's the deck that I finally clicked with me what the meanings were, because it's very Rider-Waite, but there is more, thank you, Sherry Bug. There is more aesthetically pleasing images in that card, but there's a lot of symbolism still in that deck. Ellen Dugan's Witches Tarot is one of the ones that it finally clicked with me with that deck specifically. So that's the one that I always go back to. The sadness of this card is universal, shared by all of us at some point in our lives. So that's the one thing that you can take heart in knowing that you're not alone. We all have felt like this at one point or another. The Five of Cups is the card of upset and loss. It often shows sadness and confusion due to a breakup, disappointment, or arguments in a close friendship, or the need to temporarily move away from a family member who has caused hurt. The card can also apply to leaving a job or home before you are ready to do so. You are forced to deal with whatever life throws your way, whether invited or not. This card can refer to a loss of status or money. The gift of this 5 is that there is no mistaking what has happened because you feel it in every bone of your body. What a gift, right? Can you keep it? But all is not lost. At this point, there's no going back, but all is not lost. You will be able to move onward and upwards. The 2 remaining cups on the card can show support of friends, family, and colleagues. Can also come up for a sense of bereavement and the natural sense of loss this grief brings. So if you've had a death recently, this card can come up to talk about that, mourning that death. Okay. Next. I don't know where I thought I could put these. Hold on. Gotta move things over a little bit. So I pulled 20 cards today. I actually pulled 19 and then Stephen told me it wasn't enough. He said, why not do an even 20? And I thought, okay, I'm going to do an even 20. So I went back and found another one that I had forgotten. Okay, so the next book is The Tome. Thank you. All right. Loss, mourning, and regrets. The number 5 means uncertainty, adversity, and changing tides. The skies are dark gray. A man cloaked in black faces 3 spilled cups and mourns the loss. Blood puddles have formed around the spilled cups. What the man does not see are the 2 remaining filled cups behind him. In the distance is a river, and over the river, a stone arch bridge that leads home. So see the bridge over there? Only 20 cards. Exactly. The theme of this card is sorrow and mourning, loss of a loved one or loss of something the seeker loved or held dear, emotional losses in relationships. However, while mourning this loss, the seeker neglected to see what he or she still has. Hence my first 2 words, and I would recommend this being your first 2 words. When you pull this card, you can say to yourself or to the querent, whoever you're reading for, turn around. Look, there's 2 full cups behind you. So yes, you're in mourning. Yes, there's a loss here. Yes, you're in sorrow. But if you turn around, there are things around you to be grateful for. There are things that are wonderful in your life, and you are focusing on the negative. Sometimes we have to do that to get through the loss. It's okay to feel that and to go through that, but don't forget to turn around and notice what good you have in your life also. Yep. Note how 2 of the cups in the cards are still intact, but the cloaked man in the image cannot see them. If a relationship that is on the verge of ending, the seeker is asked by the cards to re-examine the issue and see if repairs or amends can be made. Look to see what you have and cherish it. The seeker feels a loss of a particular future path, a relationship that should have lasted forever that now has ended. Something that was meant to be now shall never come to pass. The seeker is intentionally distancing him or herself from others to mourn depression. Note also the symbolic significance of the 3 spilled cups. 2 of the cups spill forth blood, and the 3rd is water. So if it's yeah, you can tell. So in this cup it's red, in this cup it's red, in this cup it's blue. So blood, water. Okay. Per Christian mythology, blood and water flowed out of Jesus Christ when a Roman soldier thrust a spear into his side. Blood represent. If you're not Christian, you don't have to pay attention to that part, but this part still applies very much so. Blood represents life and body. Life and body. So those 2 red cups, life and body. Water represents spirit. So your life, your body, and your spirit are in mourning. Is in fact not what the seeker has lost, the metaphorical death it represents, is in fact not a death or an end at all. There will be a resurrection. There may be wounds right now, but there is the prophecy still foretold by the two intact and upright cups. So in other words, there is better things to come. There is intact, upright cups that will lead you to a better emotional place. Okay. Alarm's going off. I can't mod. What? What's the matter? Oh, that's okay. It's all right, Leanne. Do what you got to do, sweetheart. You poor thing. I hope you're okay. Come back and let us know you're okay, honey. Uh-oh. Hope everything's okay there, Leanne. Holy moly. Alarm's going off. I can't mod. It makes me worry. I hope it's okay. Okay, so finally, the last book is Modern Tarot by Michelle T. This card possesses a heartbreaking simplicity. There is a loss, something gone, and you cannot make it come back. Love has been taken away. You've lost your house. Money has vanished. Whatever it is big, important, and something relied upon. What has gone has taken with it your capacity for joy and hope. Your vision of a happy future has vanished. All you can do is grieve in anxious... Alarms might continue through class. I get flashing lights and loud alarm. Oh, Leanne, that's terrible. It's okay, guys. We're all right. I'll just make sure I mention the book that I'm taking it from a little bit more. Oh, shit. I don't know where I was. Sorry. All you can do is grieve in anxious regret, mulling over what you might have done differently, as if any of that matters now. Your heart aches. When the Five of Cups arrives, you are at an emotional low. Like the figure on the card, you are hunched over with emotional pain, covering your face because you can't bear to face your situation, turned toward your loss because it is all that you can see. You don't see the two cups standing behind you. That's fine. Now is not the time for clarity about how bad that relationship was for you, how incredible your new freedom will be, how a bigger, better love lies in wait for you. There are other homes for you, and you still have money in the bank. You're not destitute. Maybe family will rise to the occasion and lend you a hand. Maybe the work you will have to do because of the setback will bring you into contact with someone who will change your life. There's no way to know what those two cups represent, and you certainly aren't being asked to figure it out. The tarot only wants to tell you that they are there and to ask you to tuck this knowledge into the back of your mind so that when you emerge from this period of grieving, you might open your heart to the possibility. Pulling a different card from different decks? Yes, I will be as soon as we're done with this book, honey. If you do not feel this extreme sadness in your life right now, it may mean that you are going to experience, that something you are expecting to work out will not. Prepare yourself however you can. It also might mean that you have a grieving person around you. If so, allow them to feel their loss. Don't attempt to cheer them up. If this person is a potential romantic connection, back way off. This person is in no way ready for a relationship, no matter what they may be saying to themselves or to you. Okay? They're for smoke and fire. People are leaving the condo. Maybe it's real. Leanne, be safe, honey. Leave. If you think you might need to leave, go ahead and walk out, honey. I don't want you to stay in there. I'm okay. I mean, I love when you're here and you are needed and wanted, but please be safe. Go ahead and leave if you need to. At least to find out what's going on. It's okay. Be safe, please. Safety first. Please. Pretty please. Okay, so yes, we are going to pull from different decks now and look at different Five of Cups here from different decks. The first deck is the Numinous Tarot, where the cups suit is called vials. So here we have the Five of Vials. And you can see she has broken these vases in front of her, these potion bottles, these perfume bottles. I love the image here of the flowers dying. So this may be like a love loss, that she kept these flowers and now they have wilted and died. So it's been a while since the love has been maybe as good as it was before. But in the back here, she does have things that she could turn to. So turn around again, the Numinous. Yep, Numinous Tarot. So again, turn around and notice that fire trucks are here. Leanne, get out. What are you doing? Please get out. Hi, Stephen McGonigal. Leanne, please be safe, my love. Good. All right, go. Let us know how you are after, but go be safe. Yes, her hair still glows with hope. Exactly. Good card. Okay. This one is the 5-cent tarot. This is the Five of Cups from the 5-cent tarot. You can see the keywords here for the upright meanings are disappointment, pessimism, and regret. Disappointment, pessimism, and regret. So 3, again, 3 are upside down and 2 are right side up. I'm trying to figure out what kind of beetle this is. I don't know to tell. So it doesn't look like a scarab beetle to me up close, but interesting card. All right, this is from Tarot Land, a deck I haven't been able, if you can't tell, there's some newer ones that I haven't used, not newer, but there's some ones I haven't used in a little while because I had to pack up some of my decks, and this one was one of the ones that was packed away. So I just found it again today. Tarot in Wonderland. So the 5 of Cups from Tarot in Wonderland. Here we have Alice after she is has drank the potion and is little. And now she's like, maybe if I can drink the other potions, I can be big again. Now she can't reach the other potions. She doesn't even notice that there's 2 full cups over here kind of behind her. Made it on a tornado watch, so might book it quickly. Okay, Estelle. I think you messaged me back, Estelle. It's been a tough week for us, I think, so far. Hi, Moonraven. I know. Go. Exactly. It's scary. All right. Another one that I wanted to read the little blurb here. So the Ghost and Spirits Tarot. I love this deck. It's a deck that looks like it only has a little white book to it, but each card has a story with the little white book. When did they start making all the different decks? Sonia, there's always been some different decks. Like, so the Rider-Waite Tarot was, when was it? In the 30s? Did they paint it in the 30s? Who would know? Is Danny on here? Danny would know, I think. And then like in the 50s, they had a couple different kinds of decks. Mine was before that, the Marseille deck. And then Aleister Crowley came out and he did some in the 50s, 40s and 50s, I think. And then the 70s, kind of 60s and 70s, they started making some other kinds of decks. And then it kind of grew from there. It's the explosion of a million different decks, though, really has happened in the last probably 20 years. Really a lot in the last 5, it seems like to me. But 1910. Thank you. I knew someone on here would know. That's okay, Estelle. I certainly understand that. You got to be safe first. So anyway, the Ghosts and Spirits Tarot is a great deck. Every card has a little story to it. So I just wanted to read this one. It's a cute story. Well, it's kind of sad, obviously, but I like this tarot a lot. In the legend of Falkenberg, the beautiful young Liba is engaged to a handsome knight named Guntram. Forced to leave town on business, Guntram promised to return to wed his beloved Liba. On the way home, he got lost and took shelter in a castle where he was seduced into a betrothal by the castle owner's daughter. After she had slipped a ring on his finger, she revealed her true form as a corpse. Guntram galloped back to his Liba, hoping that their wedding would break the curse. It was not meant to be. At the altar, Guntram fell gasping as the ghost materialized in full bridal regalia. But before succumbing to his terrible fate, Guntram married his true love Liba, embracing her as he lay dying. The corpse's icy stare is void of emotion. The mists of her garment attach her to the underworld and ensnare Guntram's soul in her deathly grasp. Divinatory meaning is be careful not to get entangled into situations that you will regret later. If you do fall victim to folly, find a way to get back on track. That's a pretty good corpse, right? I do like that deck. It's a deck I definitely get out for Halloween time, for Samhain time. So definitely an interesting ghost story. All right, let's go to a prettier one. This is, the tarot that I love to hate to love. Where the heck is it? Light Weavers. Light Weavers? Why does that not sound right? Light Seekers. That's it. Or that sounds familiar. Ember and Aura Tarot. I have to write that one down. I don't know. That sounds awful familiar, but I'm not sure. Is it pre-order on Amazon, or is it something that's like a Kickstarter or something? I wrote it down. I'll have to look it up. Damn it. Etsy? Ooh, it sounds familiar. I have to look it up, Sherry Bug. Okay, so this is the Light Seekers deck. Every card in this damn deck. I don't know. It is a good card. Here she's tipping the last bowl here herself. 3 bowls have already tipped. And she's so in sorrow that she doesn't even realize her foot is in the bowl and she's doing it. She's just watching it go on into the abyss here. So I love this one. I did not pull Modern Spellcasters because it's very much like a lot of the other ones. It must be. I'm trying to remember what it looks like. I can't remember now. I looked at it because I was putting it away from last week. but I can't remember what it looked like. Yeah, I like that one. This one is the Slow Tarot. I just got the Tarot of the Dead. Not big on pastels. Not usually into dark stuff either. But if you mix the two, that apparently just makes me happy. Yay! Okay. Thanks, Pat. Slow Tarot. So this is the Slow Tarot. I like this card here too. Here we have this little kid. And he has smashed 3 out of the 5 teacups here. This one, to me, always reminds me of, don't cry over spilled milk. It's a little bit, it makes it a little bit less of a big deal kind of card. So this one, if I'm reading for this card and I pull, or this deck and I pull this card, it's a little bit less of a deep depression kind of thing. And it's more of a, okay, you know what? There is stuff that's been going on that you've been kind of sorrowful about, but definitely turn around and realize what you have, because it's a don't cry over spilled milk kind of deal. It's okay. I know it seems like a loss now, but in the end, you'll see that the loss is better than what it would have been with it. It's okay. This is the Shadowlands Tarot. Or could it mean it's broken, can't go back? Yep, could be. Absolutely, Sonia. Here we have the Swamp Thing. I kind of like this deck for the little hints and innuendos at old horror movies. The Swamp Thing here is coming out of the swamp. And it's almost like beer cans that are spilled over. I like his webby feet, right? Me too. Hi, Lady Hawk. So, yeah, it's a good one. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind on this deck yet. I keep pulling cards in it because I wanna feel it out. But this is the Celtic Tarot. This is the one. What does Leanne call this? The big penis. Penis Throne deck. There's lots of penis thrones in this deck. This is the Celtic Tarot by Christoph. Is it Christoph Hughes? I think it is. And I love this one because here we have the cauldrons are flipped right over. But look at the rainbow is flying right into one of the cauldrons that he still has left behind him. So he's got lots of things to be for. And as a matter of fact, here, this rainbow, he has no idea that if he just turns around, thank you, Stephen. If he just turns around, he may realize some wonderful things in his life that he didn't get to see before, that he didn't pay attention to. So glass half full kind of thing. You have to look around for the good parts. The glass half full. I'm glad you're here, Stephen. Welcome. Yes, fulfilled for sure. Here we have Everyday Witch Tarot. This one always makes me think of a song, and I'm sure you all can guess it when you see. I'll try to wait for the delay here and give you guys a moment to the song that always pops into my head every single time. Yeah, I like this deck a lot. Nobody? It's an old song. It's a party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. No? She's very obviously at a party here. Brandy, oh, that's a good one too. But here she is, and she's like, screw this. I'm just so sad and upset. I don't care what kind of party it is. Everything just sucks. I hate it. She's got, not only does she have 2 cups, but she also has a bottle of wine up there. Oh, girl, turn around. Anybody awake? Hello? Knock, knock, knock. Yeah. So that's a good one. I know I'm going kind of faster here. Sorry. Shit. Enchanted Forest. Forest of Enchantment. What are those things she is looking at? I can't see. That's the cups, the spilled cups. The 3 spilled cups. That's what she's looking at. You thought they were eggs? So this is the Enchanted Forest, or the Forest of Enchantment, not whichever it is. I can't remember now. Here we have the princess is chasing her golden ball. Her golden ball has fallen. She's terribly upset that it has now splashed into the river. I like this deck a lot. They kind of turn things on their ear a lot in this deck. If you read the book, this deck talks about the princess has lost her golden ball and is so upset. What she doesn't know is that this is the frog. This is the frog that is going to ask her to kiss him. And when she kisses him, he's going to turn into a prince. So thank goodness she lost her golden ball. So again, look on the bright side of things. Half glass full kind of vision will keep in mind that, you know, the universe knows what it's doing. Sometimes you have to just keep plodding along thinking this really sucks. I don't understand anything. But sometimes if you keep kissing frogs, eventually you'll find one that's a prince. Really good one. Thank you, Pat. The story that goes behind it is really cute. So, all right. This one is the Mermaid Tarot. You just get words. That's true, Sherry Bug. That is true. Sometimes you do. But hey, a couple of warts are worth it. If you eventually find that prince, I'll take a couple of warts. Tarot, here she's holding on to this seal. She's so upset, but the seal has come to console her. Right? Is that what's going on? It's not that the seal is hurt, right? No. Okay, good. The seal has come to console her, and she does have 2 cups that are full here. This is the Mermaid Tarot. I was married to a wart. You were married before, Danny? I didn't know that. I love the lighthouse in the background, and just the imagery of this deck is really good. Young woman shaving her pits. I know. I even have to watch the videos. When I have to refresh my screen up here, I always have to watch them too. So, all right, Cherry Bug, go put those ducks to bed. All right, here we have the Children of Litha. This one is good because he is hurt. Say Prince Charming turned into a snake. Oh, yuck. He is hurt. See all the scars on him? So he's very focused on the fact that he's hurt. He's upset. He's and he's upset and saddened by it. There are all kinds of hammerheads up here that are swimming that are not even worried about it anymore, though. It's kind of like it's going to be okay eventually. But he's just really focused on what has occurred. Love the Children of Litha. Here we have True Black. His imagery is just like no other. Like no other. The light work. Again, I know I say this every week, but his light work is just unbelievable. So here we have cracks in all the glasses except for 2, I believe. Crack, crack. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, even one of them, there's even a crack. So there's only one that really has no cracks, I think. Oh, come on. The glare's got to stop. Really? Sick of the glare. Here, we'll just do this. And then this one is totally shattered. When I'm going to see the moon smiley face, May 16th. It's in between my son's and my mother's birthdays. My son's birthday is the 14th and my mother's is the 18th. The imagery. Ugh. I just love the True Black. All right. This one is Majestic Earth. I did find my magnifier. This was my gift from Mama Lillian. Isn't it beautiful? Love this. My favorite. So this is Majestic Earth Tarot. You see this grieving woman. A beautiful area, but she's very upset, grieving. Disappointment. Isn't it? I do like this deck. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do with readings with this. We'll see. I love it. And every time I pull it out, I'm like, oh, it's gorgeous. Is she a nun? She could be. I don't get the impression that she's a nun. I think it's just, keep in mind that these are very old paintings that Hildy took very old paintings and used very old paintings for these. So I don't think that she's a nun. I think that's just, come on, her hair and or a cloak. And then the castle, the gardens, just gorgeous. These are old paintings Hildy took for this deck. So, all right, this is 78 Tarot. This is the Elemental edition. There is a shipwreck here. Yes, it is older, famous art apparently that is redone. And here the mermaid is sitting on the rocks. I love how this here looks like a cup, but it's like the landscape of the area. The shipwreck looks like a cup because of the the coloring of the ship and then the reflection. So it's like find the cups in here. It's a good card. Really interesting art. I like it. One of my favorites, however, is the other 78 tarot I have, which is the Mythical edition, because this is one of my favorites of all time, because it's a gargoyle. I love the 3 cups are in front of her here, spilt. Refresh, Heather, if the volume is off. Wait, my volume is off? Is my volume off? Like, really? You can't hear? I'm off, like, really? Nope. You can. All right. Yeah, I love, love, love this one. Yes, gargoyles are for protection. That's right. They are. I use gargoyles to protect my scullies. They go very, very well together. The scullies love the gargoyles' protection. Hi, Witch of the Dismal Swamp. Yep, I just love this card. The Gaian Tarot. This is one that I actually wanted to read the book about it because I love the explanation of this. It's short, but I love it. Or council. Yep, absolutely. So this is the 5 of water, and this is from the Gaian Tarot. I love see the boat in the background here. I don't know if I can. Hold on. Hold on. Here. See the boat in the back because that becomes important. A woman sits on a misty shore, wrapped up against the cold. She holds a scrying bowl in her hands, but no images have arisen in it. Her longing gaze is directed inwardly as the fog of depression descends over the scene. In the distance, a boat is moored to the shore. You are hovering on the edge of grief, despondency, or discouragement. You may be regretting lost opportunities or missing someone terribly. Depression has been called anger to inward, but also intuition unheeded. How might you reclaim your neglected intuitive abilities? What message do you need to receive from your intuition? It can be hard to find a way out of the gloom, and yet it is not impossible. There is a boat in the distance that will take you through the mists to the further shore. What is on the other side? This is one of those tarots that is really good when you are able to read it with the book. It's really a good one. What does Gaia mean? Sonia, Gaia means earth. Mother Gaia. Yep. It means Mother Earth. So Gaia is a word for earth. So the manatee is the 5 of Cups in the Arc Tarot and Oracle. It's okay. The manatee, it says loss, hidden solutions, better times ahead. And the manatee was near extinct and actually is starting to come back. They're starting to see their numbers begin to come back. They're not out of the woods yet, but they were having a hard time for a while. And they always, the manatee to me is the Eeyore of the sea. They always look like they're sad. So it's kind of a good one for this card because it certainly looks like a sad thing, right? Sonia also asked if scullies are for protection. Some of them are, absolutely. Not all of them. Scullies have the entity in them. So it can be an ancestor, it can be a guide, it can be a friend, it can be a protector, it depends on what kind of entity comes into the scully. It can be for information, it can be for guidance, for teaching. If you meditate with scullies, they can teach you a lot. There's entities that have been on other planes. I have videos about scullies. It's been a while since I've done one, I think. Did I do one this winter? God, I can't remember. Mama Squirrel's it's not always able to reach back. Okay. The one is the Everyday Enchantment. I'm going to read the story here. Such a sad image. I have to say, this is one that always, when you see it, you kind of go, oh, it's so sad. Look at it, so sad. Woe is me. I am no longer whole, but have a hole inside me, a gulf I no longer know how to breach. When my beloved father passed away, a part of me died with him. My life was devastated by a tsunami of grief, and I washed up alone in a dreadful place. At the funeral, everyone was restrained in their sorrow, whereas I wailed out in my pain. I honored him by showing the depth of my despair. At first, people were touched at my devotion and tolerated my outpourings. But when the flow of tears didn't dry up, they became embarrassed and frustrated. They said my father wouldn't have wanted me to lament forever, and that he'd want me to be strong and carry on. And I understood that, but I still couldn't stop reminiscing and weeping. Eventually, everyone became disgusted, telling me to get a grip and move on. But by then, I was so down, I didn't know there was an up. I was lost in loss. They say there's a grieving process, but I've gone under, completely immersed, and can't resurface. Rather than making the effort to kick to the surface, it's easier to go deeper into dark despondency. Now my pathetic melancholia is like leprosy, and I just hope someone will take pity on me. Right? That's the kind of grief and sorrow and pain that many people feel when this card comes up. It's that, ugh. So I don't mean to make light of it by saying turn around at all. And you never want to say to someone who's in grief, I hate when people are in mourning, to say to them, okay, it's time to get over it now. How dare you? Who are you? Absolutely not. I would never say that to someone who was in mourning. But you can say, okay, honey, you are allowed to go through this. You are allowed to feel that pain. You also still have to take care of yourself. And I'm here, and I love you, and I'm gonna help you to take care of yourself when you're not able to think about eating and bathing and taking care of yourself. Yeah, it's been long enough. Move on with your life. Yeah, I know, Danny. Some people are just idiots when it comes to loss. And it makes me wonder if those people have never lost anything that they truly cared about. Because who are you to say that, you know? So it's hard if someone's trying to tell you how to grieve. That's like, no. You can, however, like I said, say, I love you. I'm here. Let's, I want to take you out to lunch so I know that you've eaten something. I'm going to start a hot bath for you. I want to make sure that, we're performing some self-care. You can be there for them without telling them, okay, enough grieving. It's time to move on now. Yes, absolutely. It's all personal. It's all individual. It comes in waves and stages. You could be perfectly okay one day and feel like, okay, I'm kind of ready to stand up and walk forward a couple steps. And then the next day you feel like you've gone backwards 10 steps. So it depends on the day. You just have to do the best you can with it. And certainly someone telling you it's time to get over it is not, I feel like, who in the world thought that saying that would make me go, oh, you're right. Silly me. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, move on. Duh. Of course, move on. Yes. Oh, duh. I'm so stupid. Like you just want to smack them. I lost my dog in 2015. My whole life stopped. Oh, you poor thing. Deep mourning. People at work either treated me like I was crazy for mourning so heavily, or they thought it was cute. They thought it was cute. Mm-hmm. That I think that would be worse than move on. It was only a dog or something, which is awful. But I think that would, yeah, that would do it. I think I'd be having to punch people. I would be going to jail. Water under the bridge. Oh yes, water under the bridge. Oh, what a great saying. Why? Oh, you're so right. Fuck them. Why am I worried about this? Yeah. Not helpful. Not at all. Yep. In a few days, it'll be a year since my dad passed. The grief has changed in so many ways. It's different every day. Some days are good, some days are hard. Absolutely. Yep. People that say that probably never had animals, I know, or never really loved their animals like some of, or most of us, I would say, love our animals. Yes, exactly. Sometimes you're in one step and then suddenly you skip ahead to it, and then you're back 3. And yep, absolutely. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, Lady D. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so hard. So hard. What else? I was going to say something else that I was just, some people don't understand grief, and that's okay. I always attune it to there's a hole in your heart, and it really feels like, if you've ever lost someone or some animal or something that is that much a part of you, it does feel like when they left, they have ripped, you were attached, you have those heart connections. And so as it pulled away from you, it pulled a piece of your heart with it, and now you have a hole in your heart. And that will never go away. You learn to live with that. Like, you can kind of cover over it a little bit. You can kind of try to fill it with other stuff, which doesn't work very well, like food or drugs or sleep or depression, or there's all kinds of stuff that you try to fill that hole with that doesn't work. But eventually you learn to, since you make, kind of plug the hole enough so that it's not bleeding out as much as it used to be, right? There's always a little bit of a drip, but eventually you learn to live with that. Never gets any better. Yeah, with each pet, like, you lost a part of yourself, and even once you heal, there will be a scar. Yes, exactly. Exactly that, for sure. So this is a good one. Like this card. Okay, last one is the Algoliath. This one, I have to say, out of, hi, Red Ron. How are you, sweetheart? Out of all of the Algoliath cards, this one might be my least favorite. It's kind of unimaginative to me, anyways. I mean, it's still an okay card, but compared to the rest of Algoliath, I feel like he kind of gave up or something on this one. Like, he wasn't sure what to do, and so he finally was like, okay, here, I'm just gonna do this. But it's pretty, don't get me wrong, you know. Aw, I love you, sweetheart. On a cracked, raw, exposed desert floor, we see 5 chalices, 3 of which have been knocked over, causing their liquid contents to spill out onto the dry ground. This is not an easy card to deal with. We all handle loss in different ways, and that is exactly what this card is about. The 5 cups represents a lack of fulfillment in meeting your expectation or your wanted achievement. This card suggests that you have been through a period of pain and loss. You are feeling completely and utterly disappointed about a situation that has not turned out as you would have hoped and planned, and instead of moving on from this space in your life, you have been sitting in the inner reflection of it in self-pity, now focused on the regret of what could have been and will now never be. A part of you is replaying this over and over again on a loop, trying to understand how it all fell through. But what is done now is done, and there can only be acceptance. You are becoming completely engulfed in this state of depression from loss and becoming increasingly pessimistic about how you can recover from this. The Five of Cups is telling you that you are having a hard time letting go of your past and learning from these painful mistakes that have been made. Whew, he just goes on and on. I love this deck. I feel bad because every week I kind of down it. And I don't mean to, because I love the deck. I don't use it very often because it's huge. But I really, usually I like the imagery. It's just, I should stop speaking because I know I sound so bad. There is something, I will tell you, there is something with this deck that is just, it's because of, stop talking, Jen. Just stop it. Where am I? Okay. Yes, larger decks. Me too. Absolutely. All kinds of well-meaning people say stupid things like when you suffer a miscarriage, they want to be there for you, but don't know what to say. I know it. And if you don't know what to say, the font, yes, that's part of it. Hi, Ben. Part of it is the font. It's all right. Here's what it is. And I as a Libra, I try very hard not to judge. And if like my admins know, you could like stab me in the back and I will take out the knife and tell other people that you had good intentions, that I see good in you. So I don't know where this comes from, but this El Goliath, and I don't know him personally or anything. It's his writing. I see so much ego in his writing, and it's really hard for me to ignore. Because I don't know why. Like it's not like he's the only person that has ever done a deck that has a big ego. It's fine. A lot of people have a big ego. It's not, but it's like he's driving around in a red Ferrari and a big huge bald spot. To me, I feel like he's like trying to make it sound as mystical and magical, but he goes on and on and on and on. And I'm like, okay, dude, I get it. You can stop anytime. You don't have to put in 12 sentences that say the same thing. I get it. And I shouldn't say that. I don't know him. I don't know him at all. I just from his writing and the fact that he made his writing overcompensate. Exactly. Look at, he made his writing this big. Is this upside down? He made his writing this big so he could go on and on and on and on in this book. And his cards are, I have huge hands. They're like the size of my head. Like, what were you thinking? I could be totally wrong. And here's the thing, most of his cards, I think his cards have beautiful artwork. And I like most of his cards. I'm not a fan of his book. Because, although I have some things, there's been a couple that I'm like, oh, I like that a lot. But, sometimes I'm like, oh my God. Look, I mean, he has this teeny tiny writing. And he goes on and on and on. See, Leland. Oh, don't get me started on the way you avoid confrontation. See, she can attest that there are people that have purposely tried to hurt me, and rather than destroy them, which I would never do. And here's the other thing. I don't use my channel to hurt people. I just won't do that. That's not what this channel is for. But like there are people who have purposely said shit about me, and I will say no, I just want to let it go because I see good things in them, even if they're being a jerk. So this is a big deal for me. It's weird. I like the big cards. I think maybe this is a little too big, but it's good for teaching. I like it for teaching because you guys can see it and I don't have to put the magnifying glass up to it. It's awesome. Yeah, he was a cheapskate. Yep, to not have printed a book with larger type and more pages. Or who was his editor? Like, dude, he says the same thing in like this pretty language 14 different ways, but it's the same thing. Did he not have an editor? I don't know. Yeah, everyone is absolutely unique, for sure. Yep, exactly, Leland. Exactly. There's another deck I can't remember the name of, and it's so full of self and repeats. And I know there are people like that, and usually I'm like, whatever. More power to you. Sometimes you have to toot your own horn. That doesn't bother me usually. It's just QMA. It's just that, you know, I usually allow. My Lord, got anything to make the words bigger? I know. And I'm waiting because apparently the new version, I think, is the new version out now? I'm waiting to see if the new version is what I heard it was going to be, which was bigger print and the cards may be a little bit smaller or done a little different. And is the print bigger, Phelan? And the cards a little smaller, or I don't know if you have the first version. Apparently though, the cards love you, Mama, even when I want to shake you. Thank you. I love you. I know. It's okay. Hasn't gotten here yet. Okay, you'll have to let us know, Phelan, how it looks. Don't really get along with people with huge egos. I know. I get along with most people though. I just this guy, I don't know what it is. Most people, I am able to ignore that. But this guy, I don't know. He gets me sometimes. I'm like, okay, dude, blah, 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 blah. You're just going to keep on going. Terrible. Okay, let's go on to Stephen's meanings here. Stephen, who's so sweetly my admin, who writes me my notes every week. They didn't want to go in. Okay. So here we go. Some suggestions for meanings when you are doing readings for the Five of Cups. For career and finance. So if you're doing a career and finance reading, the Five of Cups indicates there may be a job loss or some kind of business failure. It could indicate being unsuccessful in gaining employment or promotion. In financial matters, this could indicate some kind of loss. Although this card indicates an unwelcome, difficult, and distressing situation, remember that there is still something that can be salvaged. All is not lost. Take a look at what you still have rather than what you have lost and use those as a springboard to better times. If you're doing a health reading and you pull this card, the Five of Cups can indicate emotional upheaval. Don't forget, Five of Cups being the emotion. That's why there's the emotions are separating you from your home, from your feeling of good, you know, that I'm home kind of feeling. That river is separating you, but there is a bridge. Five of Cups indicates emotional upheaval and may be affecting your mental and physical well-being. You may be withdrawing from others and causing yourself to be isolated. Talking to a friend, family member, or even a health professional may help you in gaining a more positive outlook and in dealing with the issues at hand. Relationships. The Five of Cups may represent some kind of emotional turmoil in the relationship or even the aftermath of the end of a relationship. It can also refer to a loss from bereavement. The important thing is not to become isolated, but to keep a supportive network around you so that you can deal with the present and focus on the positive aspects of your life and build hope for the future. Like troubled waters. Ooh, that's a good one. I was going to say all right, hold on. My song is Turn Around. The Five of Cups for a general reading indicates sadness, loss, loneliness, and despair. When this card appears, it indicates that you are focusing on the negative. The figure depicted in the card is crying over the 3 spilt cups and seems oblivious to the fact that 2 cups are still upright. This is reminding you that no matter how bad things might seem, there's always a silver lining. You just have to choose to see it. So when you pull this card, the first thing out of your mouth should be turn around. Turn around every now and then I get a little bit. Yep, that's the song. That's the song. That's the first song that I posted in our thing. So having said that, I know we went in a different order tonight. The before, let's do before and after. So the before card, I find this kind of funny. I have to say, this is a pretty good before card. At least for me, I think it's kind of funny. So here we have before. The little asshole kitty is the one spilling the cups. So I have to say, that card really cracked me up because we all have an asshole kitty. Or we all, well, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us have had an asshole kitty. Hi, Sue. I have had lots of asshole kitties, and we currently have an asshole kitty. You know, the kitty that looks at you and goes, ha ha, poof. What, you don't want me to push this cup over? Poof. Oh, wait, you don't want that one? Poof. So I kind of like this one because I have lots of asshole kitties. I love my asshole kitties. Yes, total cat move. Total cat move. Like, ha ha ha. You're not paying attention to me, so what am I going to do? I'm going to punish you by poof, spilling all your cups for you. Yes. I'm the asshole kitty. You are not, Red Rum. You are not. Just doing what cats do. That's right. Exactly. My asshole kitty was bugging us all night. It was at 3 o'clock in the morning in my face. Like, okay, I want to be pet right now. Hi, what are you doing? I'm going to sit right here. And I'm like, I'm being, get off me. Okay. All right. I kind of like the after too. So the after tarot, he is almost ready to turn around. He's not really paying much attention still, but look, there's a man drowning in the river. And he's still like, whatever, look at my 3 cups that are spilled. There's 3 spilled cups in front of me. There's 3 spilled cups. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He is not at all looking at the glass half full, is he? And in doing so, he's letting this poor guy drown. So that's kind of funny. It's different. I like that at least they mean something and I can get a story out of it. And that's what I wanted with these before and after decks. That's really what I wanted, was a story out of the whole thing, right? So here we are. What's behind him? So we're looking at this. And if we flip the card over, we see there's a hill. That's where the river's coming from. And he's got his ego drowning his emotions. I could see that for sure. He's got 2 friends that are just walking away disgusted. Okay, dude. I tried to tell you 4 times. There's 2 cups that are full behind you. Since you're not going to listen and you're only worried about the 3. Kind of just what we were talking about with the grief thing, though. That sometimes people get fed up with you for grieving too much. You're not on their grieving timetable. As a matter of fact, that reminds me. So I was watching Armageddon this weekend, and where the bomb is about to go off, and Bruce Willis gets on the phone and he's like, "I'm sorry, I don't have a copy of the bomb decoder ring in front of me. Stop reading that and realize that I'm right in front of here. I'm here and I can do something." That's kind of what it reminds me of. I'm sorry, I don't have the decoder ring of grief. You totally just thought of Armageddon. Ah, we're on the same wavelength. I'm watching your Sherry Bug. So there is that. I posted several songs on the event page. Leanne, several songs on the event page. Yes, U.S. Air Force drilling timetable. Yes, exactly, Sherry Bug. But it also be that they've tried to help and support you. Yes, and you've pushed them away too many times where you're now hurting them. That's true, Leland. That's absolutely true. That can come into play for sure, too. All right, where is my deck? Oh, here it is. Okay, we're going to draw a card. Ooh, I actually have to look now to see which half I'm pulling out. Because we are about halfway through the deck. Not quite, I think. We're still a little bit less than halfway through. But we're getting close to halfway through the deck. All right. I am Temperance. We did Temperance. It's on the other side. All right, let's see what card we are going to do. Oh, I think it's right in the middle here. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Fart Lips. Knight of Pentacles. That's a great card for right now because we all could use some opportunities coming our way, some financial and material goods kind of opportunities and messages, right? So yay, Knight of Pentacles is coming next Tuesday. I'm so glad. It's a good one. I'm kind of sick of the depression and cards, right? We've done a lot of those lately, so it's nice to have some. Although the Four of Swords was just rest. That was kind of nice too. So Knight of Pentacles, I will post in the event page. Tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is Wednesday. So tomorrow I will be we'll be doing a Beltane video. It may not be in the evening. I might do it during the day tomorrow. I'm not going to say for sure when. Sorry. I will post it in the group though before I go on. And then Thursday will be an initiation video. And then Friday, we'll talk. I'm not sure when. We'll do a Beltane ritual, but I'm not sure if it'll be Friday or Saturday. Probably more likely it'll be Saturday or even Sunday. I have to get together with my admins and see when they're available, when they want to do, an actual ritual for Beltane. So tomorrow, Beltane video, I will post in the group when I'm ready to go on. And then Thursday at the regular time will be an initiation class. Yay! I love you all. We'll do part 2 of the ritual initiation class, okay? I love you guys. Be good to each other from a distance. Stay home. Stay safe.